Hello, welcome to Dave's Auto. Today I'll be working on a 2015 Dodge Journey. The customer brought it in, and the check engine light is on, and the customer has a problem starting the vehicle sometimes. So we're gonna get into it and figure out exactly what is going on with this car. So the first thing is I hooked up my scanner, which is over here, to read the codes to get the information why the vehicle is not starting. And this is the codes that I'm getting. So as you can see, I'm getting a P0335 code that represents crankshaft position sensor circuit. I'm also getting a P0420 code, which is a catalyst efficiency, bank 1. And I'm also getting a P2503 code, which is charging system output low. So basically, the first code has something to do with why the vehicle is not starting, because the crankshaft is responsible for making the engine start. That's one of the components that would cause the engine to start. So basically, when you crank the engine, the computer has to pick up the signal from the crankshaft position sensor in correlation with the cam position sensors, and basically it would provide the proper or necessary things for the vehicle to start. So the first thing to look for is the look at the crankshaft position sensor and figure out what's going on. So we're gonna get into that and figure out why why the code for the crankshaft position sensor is on. It could be that the plug came loose, or there's a problem with the wiring system, or the sensor itself might be bad. And then we can look at the second code as well, the catalyst efficiency, which normally will have something to do with the converter itself. But we're going to have to delve into it. The third code is the charging system, which will have something to do with the alternator. So we would get into all of that and figure out exactly what we have going on. So let me take you over and show you where we have all the components. All right. Okay. So the first component that we'll be looking at is the crankshaft position sensor, which is located behind the engine. If you follow the engine, if you go behind the engine, it's kind of tucked away right behind the engine where the engine meets the transmission. And there's a little aluminum shield that is bolted to cover it. I don't know if you can see it, but if you follow through just behind, I think you could probably get a better view at it from underneath the vehicle. I will do another video to show you exactly where it is, but it's behind the engine where the engine meets the transmission. There's a little corner behind the engine, and there's a shield on there. So I already looked at it. I checked the wiring. The wiring is fine. It's plugged in. So I'm assuming the sensor itself could be bad. But I can check the sensor as well to figure out. But 8 out of 10, the problem could be the sensor itself. So we would look at that. Also, the second code got something to do with the alternator, and it's the voltage regulator inside the alternator might have a problem. So I would get into that as well to figure out exactly what is going on with the voltage regulator inside the alternator. And the last code will be right over here, the converter. That's the catalytic converter right there. That is it right there. And it might be a clogged up converter. That's it right here. So we're gonna have to dig into that and figure out exactly what is going on with the converter. In most cases, the P420 code, it's a converter related issue. Sometimes some people would say it's the O2 sensor, but in most cases, if the O2 sensor is bad, it will not be able to do its job. If the O2 sensor is doing its job, that is when it's telling you that the converter is bad, because it's measuring the outputs and it is measuring the performance of the converter, and it's reporting to the computer that there is something wrong with the converter. That is the after O2 sensor, or the downward O2 sensor. That is the job to measure the performance of the catalytic converter. So that is what we'll be looking at. All right, so just a quick video to let you know those codes, what they mean, what to look for, and I'll be doing another video to let you know what we came up with and what the customer wants us to do, and I'll report back to you. All right, just don't forget to subscribe to this channel, because I'll be bringing you more videos and I'll help you to fix your car. All right.